I'm in the middle of drafting the prompt, I can leave and do something else. And when I come back later, maybe after a few days also, this will remember what was last thing which I did. So now I gave the same prompt, my initial prompt, to OpenAI, which was using GPT-4 model. And this is what it generated. It generated a UI which looks like something like this. This still had four cards for positive issue, neutral feedback. It had the feedback button, new feedback button. It's also did a decent job. And this was more looking like an enterprise app, you know, something which we get from SAP or Oracle. You have these tables where you have the customer name, type, and it also filled up this particular app was pre-populated with some sample data. So you look know how the design will be in the real use case. This is what was generated by OpenAI. And then same thing I tried the Gemini. So let me show you for Gemini. How was the code? How was the UI? Let me come back and open another window. And now if I show you the Gemini version, I'll share all these versions in the chat message so that you can view them later. This is what is generated by Gemini. It's again a different kind of UI. Some of the concepts were same, like you have these cards and then you have the add new feedback form, which is on the left side. This is also very good classic pattern for UI layout where you have this, you can enter new feedback, have here the different cards, or it looks like a chat history, all the feedbacks on the right side. So these are the three different design which was generated by all these three models. So I also looked into all these designs, considered the pros and cons, and then finally decided which to proceed further with. I have written an article about this published in Medium. See, I will also paste this in the chat message so that you can also look into this article where I have described in detail all these different kinds of user interfaces, their positives and negatives, and then why I chose this. Right. This is the comparison I did for all the three user interfaces, which was generated by the Lovable app using different models, which were Anthropic Cloud, OpenAPI GPT, Google Gemini. So, as I was saying that I was building enterprise application, a SaaS product, software as a service product, and I evaluated all three of these as a hiring manager planning to recruit three different personalities, Claude, GPT-4, and Gemini. They came up with different outputs. The output which was generated by GPT, I had a lot of expectations with the GPT. It came up with this particular. You see here, they used a table and there wasn't anything impressive. I felt that this was doing the job well. And there was some open spaces. It's looking not that much professional. And also there was table. This is very basic, I felt. And no filters, no search. So here may be good for enterprise application, but then I felt this won't build anything impressive. It's not looking modern, sleek. Although the prompt said that if you're building any existing add-on to SAP, Oracle, this is a great thing to start. Depending on your audience, how's the taste of your audience with respect to user interface, you may want to use it. But I felt that yes, something better could have been done. With respect to space efficiency, very good. Not too much of space is wasted. Everything was like direct. You have the name, which is direct, and you have here the subtitle, seamlessly track and manage customer feedback for your enterprise. And then you have the same dashboard cards at the top. It. And then you have this table with four elements. Also, the timing is the The way it is done in the log files. So yeah, here I use formatting in any business user. Generally would prefer 2 hours ago, yesterday, 1 day back, 2 day back, something like that, which is more human friendly. So this was the output from ChatGPT. And then we had Gemini. Gemini has felt that, okay, it did better than ChatGPT. It put the cards at the top, layout, everything is structured well. So it would add new feedback automatically on the left side. Classic pattern of enterprise applications with minimal clicks. So you don't have to click on add new feedback button to open this particular form. It's always there for you to enter these feedbacks, and these feedbacks are shown with user friendly timestamps like 3 days ago, 1 day ago. And also, this is looking like nice cards, chat history, looking very interactive. So this is very user friendly. But yes, the coloring was black and gray mostly. But yes, this was also promising. But overall, I felt that okay, it's also intuitive, easy to use. So all these points I have described here in this post. So we'll not go into that detail. And then finally, Anthropic Claude. Here they put some name by themselves, good layouts looking very modern, shadows and different color coding. I felt that this is today's business users would definitely, and for startups who want to impress the customers, this is better because with others, it was feeling like, okay, any other application would have done it. Already, many applications like Salesforce, Oracle, SAP, they are building such interfaces. So, nothing great about these two. But then I felt that this is my opinion, is standing out. And if I build it further on this, definitely something very impressive could be built. So I took this particular design and built further on it. Right? So again, the same columns, layout, we have the top card. Then I was not sure about how is this feedback. I played around with it. Then you saw that the feedback was also in the form of list. And they designed the zero state. So here you see there are no feedbacks, but still the UI is looking filled. There is the encouraging message saying that start collecting valuable customer insights by adding your first feedback entry. So it's inviting, it is welcoming. I like this design philosophy of not saying that, sorry, no feedback available, or could not found any feedback, no such error or critical remarks, but it is an encouragement saying that start collecting valuable feedback and generate insights by adding your first entry. So definitely, this was looking promising. Anthropic Claude is a model which is also in limelight because it does a lot of thinking. So with this impressive output, I decided that I'll go along with it. And then finally, something like this, I built up. Even I have improvised this because you see, there were some flaws as I built up further. That this is add feedback button is twice. So all that corrections I did, and something was broken, but yes, I fixed gradually. So that's why it took me long. But if I have to summarize, I see that Gemini built it differently. I would say it's like hiring a high potential innovator. No, it's a UI developer. If you think of Gemini for this project and what I was evaluating with, it is definitely coming up with different approach, generates a good idea and shows decent creativity because its UI was different than the remaining two. And as you see here, I have filters, searches as well. So this is also great. Claude is a friendly designer. So it designs zero state UX, human friendly messages. The emotional warmth is there. It's welcoming for first time users and non technical audience. So that's why I decided to put further on it. Yeah. So this is the different comparison which I did on all three different models. Let me show all of them now. So this is my current version of app, which I call is very close to minimum viable product. And this I have to put in some landing page and I can start asking users to use it and can also ask them to enroll in trial period and offer subscription based membership for this particular app for various organizations. So this is almost ready. Here you have the date timestamp, you have these feedback, sentiments, everything coming up in a nicely formatted manner. So this is what I got finally. But yes, initially it was much lesser with respect to. So just coming to history, the first version it generated, this is what I showed up in the blog. And when I compare it with this feedback manager generated by OpenAI, this is what was generated by OpenAI. And when I come to Gemini, this is what is generated by Gemini. So this is difference. If you are looking to generate more ideas, have some user testing done, Gemini is suitable. If you want to build some enterprise class application, users are not liking colorful UI. They want very professional looking interface with least amount of space wastage. ChatGPT is good. And, but yeah, if you want something which is very attractive, standing out for startup kind of company, I would suggest Anthropic Claude would be more suitable. And code